Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm presenting my proposal, the research proposal on the role of motivating language in the relationship between sustainable leadership and teachers' performance in Qatar's private secondary schools. My name is Muhammad Jehanzaib Chaudhry, and I'm originally from Pakistan, but I work and live in Qatar, the state of Qatar, and I've been here for 13 years, and I'm related to the field of education. So I thought that there is some need to do some further studies on Qatar's education system, especially the teachers' performance and the level of leadership styles. I am doing my PhD from the Faculty of Social Sciences, School of Education, UTM, Johor Bahru. This is my third semester, and for my research, I have chosen the mixed method, which comprises of quantitative and both qualitative methods. So basically, many studies in Qatar have shown that the teacher's performance is an issue in Qatar's private secondary schools, especially that needs to be addressed. Uh, Many teachers who are leaving their jobs so rapidly, and teachers retention is one of the biggest problem in Qatar's schools, and especially in the secondary level schools. And the studies have identified that the retention and the teachers changing their jobs or changing the schools is mainly because of the lack of the performance system, performance management, the availability of performance management system in the schools, or unfair performance management systems being employed in different schools. Uh, Another reason that has been identified is the lack of appropriate leadership style in the Qatar's private secondary schools. So the following study, the present study, aims to measure the effect of sustainable leadership on teachers' performance. For the sustainable leadership, different scholars have developed different models for sustainable leadership, in which there is Lambert, Davies, Hargreaves, and Finks models, which address different issues in the leadership, sustainable leadership in different sectors and different fields of life. So the present study is aiming to uh, adopt the Hargreaves and Finks sustainable leadership's effect on teachers' performance in Qatar's private secondary school. Another thing, because Qatar is a multilingual society where people speak different languages, the leaders, the teachers, they come from different parts of the world, and they have come from different backgrounds, different norms. Therefore, the researcher believes that the motivating language is another thing that uh, might have a positive role to play as a moderator between the relationship between the sustainable leadership and teachers' performance. For motivating language, the present study is aiming to adopt the model from Milton Mayfield and Jacqueline Mayfield. And for teachers' performance, the present study has chosen the model from Uphoff and Moherer. As for the methodology, the population is all the secondary schools of Qatar's, all the private secondary schools of Qatar. Qatar is administratively divided into 8 municipalities according to the population. So the present study has considered these 8 municipalities as 8 different starters. For this purpose, the multi-stage sampling will be done. The schools are divided into 8 different starters using different simple random sampling. Any three municipalities will be chosen, and from these 3 municipalities, the schools will be chosen by using simple random sampling. Once the schools are chosen, then all the teachers of secondary level from these secondary schools will be the part of the study. But then to determine the sample size, the present study used Morgan's table, which suggested that there should be 374 teachers who should be the part of this research. But when the number of teachers were calculated from the whole from the sample selected, the number of teachers was much higher than PPP183087. Therefore, the researcher decided to only select those teachers who have spent 3 or more years at the same school, because the researcher believes that these teachers can give an unbiased and very close to accurate information about their leaders. As for the methodology, the quantitative data will be collected using questionnaires. The questionnaire of the present study will comprise of two main parts. The first part will be the demographics of the respondents, which will include the age, their total experience, the experience at the present school, their qualification, etc. And the second part will be divided into 3 subsections. The first subsection will calculate or will explore the level of principal's sustainable leadership. The second part will explore the principal's use of motivating language from teacher's perspective. And the third subsection of the questionnaire will examine the teacher's performance at secondary schools. Uh, then the quantitative data will be analyzed using descriptive and inferential statistics. And based on the outcomes of the quantitative data, using purposive sampling, the qualitative data will be collected using the interviews, which will contain open-ended questions. These interviews will then be transcribed and then will be given to the respondents for their approval. And finally, the qualitative data will be analyzed using NVivo, a software, and thematic analysis. And at the end, the whole data that has been collected through quantitative and qualitative strands will be integrated. For the data analysis, the quantitative data analysis will be done, as it is mentioned before, through descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics is usually calculating the mean, median, modes, and it contains the figures and charts, and that will depict the consistency among the data. And for this purpose, the softwares like called SPSS and MS Excel will be used. The qualitative data analysis will mostly be through thematic analysis, and for this NVivo, the software NVivo will be used. Expected findings of this study are that there is a significantly positive relationship between the sustainable leadership and teachers' performance. And the aim of this study is to establish that the motivating language positively affects the relationship between sustainable leadership and teacher performance and enhance this relationship's strength. Thank you.